What was the terror that lurked in the filth and slime of waters long forgotten? Walter Austin and Adrena Roland, very much in love, could not answer this question had it been asked of them. But when they were back to back with a monster that had been alive for centuries and an army of the undead deep within the bowels of the earth, they realized that their fate and that of the worlds hung in the balance. A wrong move would doom humanity forever to the ghastly horror of the King of the Living Dead. On a beautiful moonlit night in the large cosmopolitan city of Budapest, a young man and his girl are saying goodnight when... "Johann, did you hear something?" "Yes, it sounded like a scraping, shuffling noise." What is that thing?" I don't know. It's coming towards us." "Good heavens, a corpse! A walking corpse! Get away, Maria! Quickly!" I can't fight it! Help! It's got me by the throat! He'll... No, please, stay away! Don't touch me! Ah! As suddenly as it had sprung from the shadows, the nightmarish creature quickly scooped up the two quiet forms in its gruesome arms and melted mysteriously into the night. Sometime later, in a weird, tomb-like cavern in an undisclosed part of the city. "So, 2 more recruits for my army of walking dead. Haha, excellent. Throw that one into the pit, and place the girl here on this table." That thing killed my Johann, and now you want to kill me. I can see it on your face. Let me go." "Scream all you like, my dear. There is no one here to help you, except my servants, and they... are dead. Ha ha. Oh. Your face stiffens, your eyes bulge. Do you feel the effects of the poison so soon, little one? Have no fear. It will not pain you much longer. Ha ha. Good. She is dead. What my servants do with their hands, I accomplish with this chemical. They die quickly. Now, place her body with that of the others, my pet, so that she will soon be like you." The thing picked up the body of the unfortunate girl and threw it into the underground pit, filled with the sulphurous smoke and the strange flickering blue fire that did not burn like ordinary flame. Moments later, they are changing! Ha ha ha! From out of that pit rose corpse after corpse, shrunken, withered, horribly transformed, with a new kind of life, monsters from the beyond. "Stand up! Walk! Stop! You are mine now, mine to do with as I please. You are my eternal slaves. Life and death no longer hold any meaning for you. Go now, and bring back others, and soon the world shall hear of us. Ha ha!" The seconds fled into minutes, into hours. The hours ripened into days, and on one particular day, some 2 weeks later, Adrena Roland, world-famous ballerina, just off the boat from a tour, was greeted by her fiancé, Walter Austin. "Darling!" "Oh, Walter, it's been 2 long, weary years." The young man was a representative for his American export firm in Budapest, and since their respective careers had made it impossible for both to be together for long periods of time before they got married, it was natural for them to rush away. "Hey, don't cry, honey. We're together again. That's all that matters." The rest of that day was spent in a gay celebration of their happiness. That night, after a merry round of nightclubs, Walter and Adrena, very much in love, drove up to her house. "Dearest, let's not wait any longer. We'll get married right away." "Yes, darling. Yes, I was silly to think that I could keep my career and still be happy. You're my career now." It was at that moment that the 3 gruesome forms slowly separated from the deep shadows of the house and... "Walter, behind you! For heaven's sake!" "What?" Before Walter could put up a struggle, he was struck from behind. Oh! Somehow, Walter managed to break free and hurl himself away from the monsters. "This has to be part of a horrible dream. Those creatures can't be real. I've got to stop them. They're taking Adrena away. Must follow from behind." Gathering up his strength, Walter shadowed the walking dead through back streets until the grotesque figures came to a yawning sewer near the outskirts of the city. They're going into it. Why would they do that? I've got to find out. Here goes. Walter lowered himself into the forbidding darkness of the sewer, thus starting on the most fantastic journey of all time. Crawling past the roaring turbo-electric dynamos of the concrete dam, he came to the oldest part of the system. They went inside that condemned passageway. It looks rotted. Got to be careful. Entering the stinking labyrinths of slime, the American waded through the neck-high pools of indescribable filth. Colonies of huge rats gibbered and squeaked their hate-filled protests against this intrusion of their domain. Whirls of water rushed aimlessly through the garbage and debris, clotted into interlocking meshes of dirty ooze. Their passageway now turned downward at a 45-degree angle, sinking deeper and deeper into the bowels of the earth. For what seemed like hours, Walter pushed forward, accompanied always by the scamperings of slithering monstrosities and plopping gurgles of ancient cesspools long forgotten. The corridor, it's widening. There, upon a cliff overlooking unbelievable depths, was a cavern carved out of molten rock, a veritable bridge to another world perched upon the sheer brink of hell. It's incredible. A place like this down here, and those creatures are carrying Adrena inside. And within the cavern, that hypodermic, get away, you're mad, mad! One shot of this fluid and you will rest forever, ha ha. Hearing Adrena's screams, Walter ran down the incline into the cavern. Walter! I don't know what your game is, mister, but it can't be good. Oh! But the madman was possessed with a demon's strength. Dropping the hypodermic, he grabbed Walter and a terrific struggle began. The American, however, reached out for a vial from a nearby table and... Ow! Great Scott! The acid is melting his flesh. Look! Yes, look, there is no more need to disguise myself. I am not a pleasant sight, am I? Yet I was once human like yourselves. Once. Long ago when the world was young. The surface people buried me alive here in this cavern. For eons of time I lay imprisoned in this tomb of dirt and rock, unable to die because of the life-giving fumes of the pit. Damned because of my practice of evil magic, they called it. Then the earth that bound me within its grasp shifted. I was free. Once on the surface, I killed a mortal, used his body to observe your present-day society. It has not changed much from then. Yes, it was easy for me to establish a new identity. Here, you see, a new world, an army of living dead, products of my wisdom, fashioned after my own existence, and ready to conquer the outside world. Yes, you will pay for my ageless torment. You will all pay. Walter, watch out! It's coming for us! The courageous American, however, grabbed a flickering torch and... Ah! Oh, my darling, I thought you were dead. Tell me I'm dreaming this. It's all right, dear. And if we don't get out of here at once, we'll both be killed. The monster, seeing that its intended victims were to be spared, uttered a piercing shriek. From the dark shadows of the cavern's walls, the horrible corpses of the dead loosened themselves from their resting places like so many giant bats and quickly pursued the humans. Back past the filthy whirlpools and the colonies of rats ran the young couple, and always behind them was that weird horde. It's no use, Walter. Leave me. I can't go on any farther. There must be some way out of this. There has to be. That rock over there, it might work. Stumbling back towards the entrance of the underworld, Walter used every last remaining ounce of his strength to move the boulder that supported the framework of the passageway through which the creatures must come. It moved an inch. Only an inch, and I can't push it anymore. This is the end, dear. Hold me close. We'll win yet, Adrena. Look! The floor of the passageway quaked, and an ominous grating noise increased to a rumbling thunder. The vibrations of the rhythmic footsteps of the hellish hosts have loosened the moldy framework of the already weakened structure. Instantaneously, a giant cesspool of filth regurgitated over the unfortunates, drowning those who had remained behind. The monster is being sucked in. A few seconds later, a bubble or two of yellowish scum marked the surface, only to be replaced afterwards by the ultimate calmness of total death. Moments afterwards, as the numbed couple broke through to the surface, they found that it was morning in the city. Walter, is it all over? Yes, my darling. They have gone back to the hell that spawned them, and never to return. There's only you and me now, and love for eternity.